Today, we're going to give you some news about Chicago Med. One of the main cast members is leaving after 8 seasons on the show. Most people don't know who it is yet, but in this video, we have detailed information about the actor who is leaving Chicago Med. Stay tuned. First up, we'd like to give a brief introduction to Chicago Med drama series. Chicago Med is a medical drama that airs on NBC. The series follows the lives of Gaffney Chicago Medical Center staff as they deal with the day-to-day challenges of working in a busy hospital. The show has been praised for its realistic portrayal of the medical profession and its strong cast of characters. Chicago Med is a popular show that is currently in its 8th season. Next, Brian T will be departing Chicago Med after 8 seasons. Brian T will depart Chicago Med after 8 seasons. The actor first joined the NBC medical drama in season 1 as Dr. Ethan Choi, a role he has played for the past 7 seasons. His final episode will be episode 9 of season 8. It has been an absolute honor and privilege to play the role of Dr. Ethan Choi on Chicago Med, T says in a statement. I am so grateful to have had the opportunity to tell his story and work alongside such an incredibly talented cast and crew. I will miss everyone dearly, and I'm looking forward to what's next. T's departure comes as Chicago Med is undergoing a bit of a shake-up in its cast. With T's departure, Chicago Med will say goodbye to one of its original cast members. The show is currently in its 8th season and premiered in 2015. It is one of 3 Dick Wolf-produced dramas set in the Windy City, along with Chicago Fire and Chicago PD. Fans of Chicago Med will certainly be sad to see Brian T go. He has been a part of the show since it started and has played a vital role in its success. However, it is exciting to think about what he will do next. T is an incredibly talented actor and director, and we are sure he will do great things. So what are the actor's reasons for leaving? Since joining the cast in 2015, Brian T has become a fan favorite of Chicago Med. His portrayal of Dr. Ethan Choi has been praised by critics and viewers alike, and he will be sorely missed when he leaves the show at the end of this season. His character has been through a lot over the past 8 seasons, from dealing with a traumatic brain injury to helping raise his niece and nephew, and T has brought depth and emotion to all his scenes. Understandably, T wants to move on from Chicago Med and explore other opportunities. He has given 7 years of his life to the show, and it is time for him to move on. Let's discuss Dr. Ethan Choi's farewell episode. In an interview with Entertainment Tonight, T talked about his time on Chicago Med and what fans can expect from the farewell episode. T said that playing Dr. Choi has been a gift and a blessing, and that he was grateful to the fans and his colleagues for their support. He added that the farewell episode would be a fitting send-off for his character, and that it would be an emotional one for both him and the viewers. While it is always sad to see a beloved character leave the show, fans can take comfort in the fact that it sounds like T's exit has been planned out carefully and with respect for the character. Based on T's comments, it seems that the viewers can expect an episode that features both old and new aspects of Dr. Choi. This is sure to be a bittersweet but ultimately satisfying farewell for a character that has been such an integral part of Chicago Med for the past 4 years. Meanwhile, how will fans react to the farewell episode? Fans of the show Chicago Med were recently dealt a blow when it was announced that actor Brian T would leave the show. While some fans may be disappointed to see T go, others are curious how the writers will handle his character's departure. Some are even speculating that Choi may be killed off in the episode. However, whatever the writers have planned, it will surely be an emotional farewell for both T and the show's fans. Choi has been a fan favorite character since he was first introduced, and his departure will no doubt leave a hole in the hearts of many viewers. Meanwhile, fans can take comfort in knowing he will be back on their screen soon in the new episode of Chicago Fire. Finally, farewell to Dr. Ethan Choi. Dr. Choi has been a force of nature on the show, always putting others first and never hesitating to help out however he can. He has been an invaluable member of the cast, and it will be hard to replace him. We want to thank Dr. Choi for his years of service to Chicago Med, and we wish him all the best in his future endeavors. Chicago Med's most heartbreaking scenes. Ava Becker becomes a murderer and commits suicide. Ava Becker was a doctor on the show Chicago Med and one of the show's most beloved characters. However, she becomes a murderer and commits suicide. Dr. Ava Becker reacts unexpectedly to Dr. Connor Rhodes' romantic rejection, and she chooses to kill. And not any stranger, his dad, Cornelius. Connor's grief eventually blindsides him when he learns that Ava is the one who killed Cornelius. He approaches her, and while she admits to it readily, she chooses suicide instead of owning up to the crime. She cuts her carotid artery with the scalpel and bleeds out right in front of the object of her obsession. Connor tries to save her, but she dies from her wounds almost immediately. At that point, the trauma he feels causes causes him to leave Chicago Med. The fan-favorite doctor departed the series in season 5, leaving a double blow for the audience to take, losing Ava and Connor in the same episode. Next, Natalie dumps Philip and rejects Will. During season 5, after Dr. Natalie Manning and Dr. Will Halstead are attacked, she falls into a coma due to a traumatic brain injury. When she wakes up, an engagement ring on her finger is quite an unusual experience for anyone. Natalie is soon informed by Philip Davis, her boyfriend and the father of a former infant patient, that she accepted his proposal while briefly awake. Philip insists that Natalie can't remember accepting the proposal because of her brain injury. Will knows that Philip slipped the ring onto Natalie's finger while unconscious and has tricked her into believing that she said yes to the proposal that never happened. Will tells her what happened, which causes her to blow up at Philip, whom she had already been in the middle of breaking up with. "I have a feeling this isn't right," Natalie says as she gives a ring back to Philip. Philip insists that Will is trying to break them up. It's hard not to feel bad for everyone involved, especially Natalie. She's just tired of all the male interference in her life. She delivers another blow by yelling at Will, "Just please get out of my life." Double ouch. Let's discuss April and Ethan's final breakup. Dr. Ethan Choi and Nurse April Sexton had an infamously tumultuous relationship. They were always madly in love. Still, they can never make the relationship work long term. Ethan and April's relationship on Chicago Med was always up in the air. Still, when DaCosta left the series before season 7, it became clear that they would never get together. Sexton's season 5 breakup was one of the worst moments in the show. After April confessed to kissing him, Dr. Choi got into a fistfight with co-worker Dr. Crockett Marcel. Ethan avoided the truth because he knew his relationship with April was slowly fading. "The root of the problem has always been right here, between us," Ethan says, his voice and expression breaking the audience's hearts. With one effortlessly cold look, he tells April he's off to stay in a hotel and that she should start looking for a new place. He leaves her there to cry and contemplate what might come next. And lastly, Natalie tells Will she loves him, but it's too late. Will and Natalie's relationship was always on again, off again, so it makes sense that they would appear multiple times on the list. Their final breakup was one of their most memorable moments. A few episodes after Natalie tells Will to get out of her life, she finds him on the hospital's roof. She tells him her memory has come back and that she had planned to tell him she loved him before their accident. She doesn't want Will out of her life, but he responds, it's too late. He tells her that their relationship has been toxic and that he realized he should stay out of her life after some time apart. He tells her that it seems like all they ever do is hurt each other, even though there was a time when he couldn't imagine living without her. Now that they're apart, he feels free. After saying this, he leaves Natalie and the audience to cry it out on the roof alone. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And don't forget to leave a comment below letting us know what you think. We love hearing from you.